Did you hear that note? Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, a musical theatre performer and a voice teacher, and today I'll be reacting to YEBBA, My Mind. This was suggested by one of my lovely Patreons, thank you so much, and I do actually know this song. So I remember watching this performance way back when because someone sent it to me. I cannot remember a lot about it. I have heard someone that I know, one of my friends has covered it recently, and one of my students has brought it in as one of the songs they want to learn in our lesson. So I'm refamiliarizing myself with the song because of that, because they want to work on it soon. So obviously I need to look at it again. Having said that, this performance, I cannot remember what happens here, and all I remember, I mean, it is a great song. So I know the song. So more, rather than a reaction, there might still be some sort of reaction because obviously it's a huge song, but it's going to be more of an analysis. What is going on? What is going down with YEBBA's voice? Because stunning. So yeah, as I just mentioned, we don't know what's going to happen. It's still a reaction and analysis video, but I'm just being open and honest with you. And yes, so I will be stopping and talking about what I am hearing vocally. If you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, I've left the link to the original video in the description below. Do go and check it out. As well, you can also find my Patreon link, so do go and check that out as well. Thank you to those of you who are there already. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and let's get to it. I'm gonna have to stop there already. We're only a few seconds in. Oh my goodness. For those of you that just watched my Fausia performance recently, how similar are these? We're hitting this F3. Are we even in the same key? We might. We're hitting the F3 anyway. Yeah, F minor. But I'm loving the kind of similarity that we're getting those resonators building, we're opening up. But I wanted to talk about here, this is why I stopped. Look at her tongue position on that final part, on that E vowel. Everything here is staying the same, but you can see that rise of the tongue on E vowel. It's so relaxed, so cool.
I heard you coming at 3:15. You closed the door and lay down next to me. But then I heard you say her name in your sleep. Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep.
Nice. So we're going up to your sleep, up on the A flat there. It's a little bit breathy down here. She's using that breath to kind of get those notes, that airflow, increasing that airflow, and that's what's guiding her up here as well. Yes, your sleep. It's very mysterious and breathy, very floaty. I love the simplicity between like her voice and the guitar as well. It's so
your sleep.
Nice. Oh, very forward.
Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep.
She's very close to the mic as well.
I'm about to lose my
Flip.
I'm about to lose my mind, about to lose my.
Right, so again, she's letting that airflow, especially on those flip.
I'm about to lose my.
Do, 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 do.
I'm about to lose my.
Do, 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 do. Right, I found out the notes. So she's flipping on that A flat, I think it is, which is the note we heard before that she, on that yaw, I think it was. And that's where she's flipping. So she's starting with a connection, ma, and then letting that breath, falsetto, seep in for those final two notes. And that is through the first passage as well. So this is where she is allowing those vocal folds to flip, to increase that airflow. That's how we go about going through the first passage naturally before we start thinking about mixing things. That is one of the options. So that is what she's using here. She's using that flip to go through that tricky area. And it obviously goes, it's on this lovely ah vowel as well. I just want to go back to the beginning on this vocalized ah. It's kind of hovering between that ah again, but she's finding that connection within her voice. Whereas we started quite breathy, aspirate onset. Here she's finding that clear tone because she needs it, as we know, for that little run up. Clearer here.
I'm about to lose my.
She flips on the second one
I'm about to lose my.
It is the second one. There we go. Ma. She flips straight away. That's that yodel effect. So clever.
I'm about to lose my mind.
And here it's like she goes into ma. She's not, again, we've got the breath kind of flowing in. She's also shortened her vocal tract and the space at the back of her throat to get this kind of distorted sound. It's not a clear tone here. Ma. And actually, I think it's a lot of that is coming from her false vocal folds, which happens above. She's not straining here. You know, she doesn't look like she's in pain. She's not straining herself. She's not squeezing. It's happening above, around the false vocal areas, which are a little bit above the true vocal folds, which is where we sing from. All that jazz. If we were to, as if we're kind of picking up the chair, like pressing up against it, that's actually our false vocal folds engaging. And that's what she's kind of using here to get that sound. Hear that huskiness.
I'm about to lose my mind.
Yeah, it's not quite clear. So nice. And she's using that E to riff run down.
About to lose my mind.
A lot clearer here. Oh, I love her vocalizations.
Think about you all the time.
You can hear a difference, right? The first time, very ma, and we had that huskiness in there. It wasn't quite clear. It was very breathy. The second time was quite similar. The last time we heard it, ma, up on that A flat. So we're about to start the beginning of our first passage. Every voice is different, but we're about to start our first passage here, and for higher set voices. And she is increasing the whine here to ensure those vocal folds are resisted, which is why it sounds different, right? She's getting a clearer tone. Lovely on this R vowel, nice and relaxed. She goes up to the B flat there. I love that change in tone.
Think about you all the time.
She's actually vocalizing on a cry sound.
You can't even look me dead in the eyes. Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized.
It's like the tunnel of voice that she's creating. There's a lot of twang in there this time round to get that kind of pingy kind of sound. And it's a lot more clearer this time round. Whereas before we had a lot more of added breath. Here she's finding that vocal fold closure and playing around with the sounds a lot more. It means that yeah, she's got the freedom rather than before it was the breath that was guiding us. Here, she's offering us something completely different.
Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized.
Yeah, you're letting that tongue.
You say you love me, but
So here, it's very low. There is a little bit of a reach, right? To try and reach it. You can see those eyebrows kind of ping and reaching. We don't want to feel like we're heavy and pushing down there. It's about kind of finding that natural speech-like quality in there. Go, go, go. It's very low for me as well. Like we did at the beginning, she kind of let the breath guide her. Here she's trying to get that spoken, that connection here. So she is kind of fighting against it a little bit.
You say you love me, but
she
I
finds
know it's a lie. When
Relaxed
I work
position.
so hard to keep you satisfied. I'm about to lose my...
It's so, this is where like her technique is so wonderful. Like you can see that relaxed tongue position, and as she's going through these different areas, she knows what she wants to do at each given moment. It's such an emotional song. So the storytelling is leading here, and so like a crack in the voice, a whisper, the voice kind of breaking from the sound. Look, she's literally she's crying onto the notes because that's what she wants. Like that's how she's feeling while telling the story. And yes, it's helping her vocally. Yes, yes, sometimes we hear these breaks, but it's guiding. It's telling us what she's feeling. It's so moving. And also, I just love this kind of grip on the. It's so forward. She's leaning forward with her body to keep that drive, keep that projection. Oh my goodness. And that call.
When I work so hard to keep you satisfied.
Yes. Hussy kind of sounds there again. Here we go.
About to lose my mind.
So clear.
My mind. About to lose my mind. My mind. About to lose my.
This I need to work on it. But that little run that she does there, it's the same every time. And each time it's making me go like this because she's changing so much about everything else that's going on, right? If she was to change every little bit, because we hear that section a lot, maybe one would think, let me change it up this time. But because she's changing everything around it every single time, we want to keep that constant. And that's why that sticks out as just like a really lovely moment. She beautifully blended this C5 up here at the top. We'll go back to that moment. And this is why, you can forgive if she comes off a voice right at the top because it's to do with the storytelling. Like she is able to keep this connected voice and pick where she wants. She is in her element. I'm loving this. So connected.
About to lose my mind.
There you go. And actually, she's not opening too much on a ma. She's keeping it quite tiny.
About to lose my mind.
Yeah, on a kind of vowel because she's about to riff. I won't interrupt this time because we can just listen to that and watch that because, and again, she is just with a guitarist accompaniment here, and it's just her vocals, and she's hitting everything.
Lose my mind.
So much wine. What?
My mind about to lose my. Whoa. could you
Did you hear that note? So there's a little bit of a reach happening right at the top on that. What? She gets such a lovely distortion in her voice as well, and it doesn't happen all the time. So we know she's adding it to the emotion of the drive of the story. But yeah, there's a little bit of this happening. She is. Let me just listen and watch it again.
I'm about to lose my
and she adds in that ha kind of throat cry kind of glottal starts as well there actually. Hold on.
To lose my
the first time we hear ha ha, there's a little bit of a cry, then after it's just wavers ha, that we don't have to actually come off of the voice. But yeah, there is a little bit of a pull up. It's the emotion of a story. It's not hindering anything. I would just say watch it if we are doing that to reach the notes. We don't want to be doing that. But she is kind of pulling back with everything. She's far away from the mic as well because we've gotten a little bit louder. It's just...
about to lose my
I love how she opens and has to change it.
How could you do this to me?
Listen to that how springy. That was the first time we had like a pure kind of head voice in there, right? And then she finds that chest voice again, and she's so forward placed and positioned.
Do this to me. No way, no way, she can't take you away from me. I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave.
I loved what she did with her hands there. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Let's watch it again. But it's so breath-led here. So I think she is quite a breathy singer. She has moments of being clear, but her go-to is to be breathy, but she is able to be clear as well. Have these clear moments. It's not all breathy, but I think her like go-to is this breathy kind of place. Watch this hand help her.
I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave.
To help with the love it.
No way, no way, she won't take you away from me.
She's doing so many riffs and runs in this, and that agility, and that eval here. I'm not very good. It's all on that eval here. You know, to get riffs and runs working for you, slow it down. Some people can get there, that agility there, like real fast. Slow that down, speed it up, keep it on one vowel. Then if we're changing, know when that change is going to come. But it's speeding through these.
I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave.
There's that C again.
If I ever leave, anybody know what I'm talking about? No way, no way, she can't take you away from me. Yeah. No way, no way.
Oh, it's so emotion led. I know I keep pausing. There is so much to talk about in this performance. It's so good. Okay. So, like we mentioned before, we are not connecting all the way down here. We are keeping breath like an aspirate. But as we're going up, she's finding that connection. She's finding that because she's whining into it, right? She has this lighter feel to this. She's bringing that falsetto down. So she's got that breath-like quality. As we go up, rather than stick to this falsetto, breathy like quality, she's finding that connection by crying through it. She's literally pouring out her heart. We hit that E flat there. Wonderful.
If I ever leave, talking about.
I love how she talks to people.
No way, she can't take you
So
away
open.
from me. Yeah. No way, no way. And I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. Oh, in my mind, my mind, my mind, I think about you all the time.
Right, so there's a lot of kind of distortion and crackling and unclear notes going ahead. So we need to make sure that it's, one, not hurting her. Hear me out. She doesn't look like she's in pain. She looks like she's in pain because she's crying about the song and, like, you know, pouring out her, sharing this experience with us. But she doesn't look like, you know, that's the thing with breath-like onsets, breathy voices, is that it can dry out the vocal folds. And we're hearing this as we go up. You know, she's beautifully hitting these lovely belts, mixing wonderfully, because we're increasing our support, engaging, getting clearer, that full vocal fold closure to get that. But then there's elements of kind of crackling because that breath is so forward front in her voice, and she is using that to guide her. And it helps with this performance because it goes with the emotion. But if you are experiencing this as well, it's just something to be aware of, that if it's actually hurting, that we need to look at it a little bit more. But my goodness, wow. Just guttural
In
cry.
my mind, my mind, my mind, I think about you all the time. My mind, my mind, my mind, you'll always be mine. The freedom that I know.
Wow.
That's that one.
That's that one. Yeah, so you can hear it, like, in her voice after that. That's that, like, she has that kind of croak feel to her voice. Anyway, is it because of what's just happened with her voice vocally? It's just something to be aware of, and just after, make sure she's not, you know, you're not constantly speaking after. Make sure we're resting the voice, because it's your voice after all. We don't want to damage anything. So that's just something to be aware of. Okay, wow. I have, like, the past few reactions to some pretty awesome singers have been fantastic. This one just as well is just so many things happening in so many different areas, and as I mentioned throughout this video, that storytelling, you've got to connect to your audience. There were moments where she was literally, it was like she was asking a question to the audience, and it was so powerful, so strong. I absolutely loved it. That's why it's so important to, you know, get your technique down, get everything feeling good for you. That's the most important thing. It shouldn't be painful to sing. Like, yes, it might feel like, you know, watching it, God, she's in so much pain, she's pouring out her heart, but you shouldn't feel any kind of restriction here. If you are, we need to get that sorted out, bring that tension away, not anywhere near the vocal folds, and then let the storytelling kind of drive through and get that. That's what's going to connect to people and going to make people listen and relate to what's going on and hear what you are saying. Thank you very much for watching this reaction. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!